You can see my keyboard. Everything's all over the place. I'm doing many things at once, and it's kind of crazy. And to get myself, ow, ow, to get myself to sit still a little bit, I'm gonna color. It's probably the only way to make me stay in one place for a little bit of time. I don't want to be on here for hours because I still got some things to do to get ready for work today. I for one, like been setting up my new phone for the past few days, and I ordered a case. I love this case, and I used to have a case like this that was bigger because the phone was bigger, years ago. But I love this because it fits everything in it, and you got like the stuff for your ID. You got a place for your what do you call the thing? If you have a Galaxy Note, it's the stylus or whatever. You got room to put that. I still have to get one because it's complicated. Doesn't come with the phone, which like I find annoying. But anyway, place for change. See, I still got the phone in there. I haven't done that yet. So I still have to get this together for tomorrow to take it with me. But I love it. Might as well show you the phone too. So this is the front of the phone, and you can look at it this way, but then you can also look at it if you open it up. Try to open it up. And you open it up, and then you can look at it that way, or you can look at it this way, which it's not on to that right now, but that's what happens. Um, so I'm liking it. I actually am. Um, I'm not liking having spent money for it, but but I like it. So I think it was it just seemed like it was time. It was time to make that move. Um, I had been looking for a while at possibly getting a tablet and using it as a phone as well, and like that just seemed to be like everything I read. Like you had to jump through all these steps and everything to do it. That like they weren't really ready for it and all that. Um, It could be possibly that an iPad might have been able to do that. I can't remember. But I also had misgivings about going Apple because I had an Apple phone. My first cell phone was an Apple phone. My first smartphone was an Apple phone. And I had a lot of trouble with Apple apps. Mostly when they changed to that cloud thing, that's when that just messed everything up for me, and I'm still locked out of that. So, and I gotta like go, I didn't want to jump through. I have to jump through some kind of hoops, be on the phone with somebody for fixing that. And back then, um, it was an ordeal to try and do that, and so I just was like, forget that, and I ran to my AT&T store and said, I need to get rid of this. I want an Android. Because I went to them like that. They were probably like, this lady's crazy. It's like, no, I know when I know what I want, you better give it to me or we're going to have a fight. So I got my Android. Let me move this. I don't know how this thing is setting. So, anyway, it's not supposed to be about my phone, but I'm actually going to try and like do some work in between because that's really what I do. I work in between coloring a lot of times, but that's probably what I'm gonna do. Um, because I have a lot of work to do, but I also want to relax. So I need some more turquoise as for this, and so I'm so random, but I mean, like I am. I ain't doing this channel for money. I'm just doing it just to do it. Just to share. Share. See, I can't say a lot of words right today, too. That does not look like the outside of the pen. It's a pretty color, though. Or pencil. It's a pencil. Let me see what I used. Is it Pacific Blue? Okay, this looks lighter than the pencil. That'll work a little bit. Trying to use what I already have out. I don't want to get any more pencils out if I can help it. What's in here anyway? Yeah, because the pencils I had out are actually the Blick Studio pencils, and they don't really have like a turquoise. So let me see. I need my Restream music. Whew. That's loud. Yeah, I'm not really finding the color I really am feeling to put in this. But I really don't want to get out another set of pencils. I really do not. I got enough havoc on my desk. I don't need any more. So I'm wondering. Yeah, I don't know. The greens are very green. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day. I forgot that was today. But do I want to add a third color or fourth color or something like that? What's it doing with these guys? What is that? Sorry, I'm spending so much time trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. But is this that color? Kind of looks like it. I think I can do that. Okay, I need my glasses for that one because it's close. Where are they? I'm running all over the house. I think I put them down. I don't know where I put them. We're gonna try and do it without it until it gets way dangerous, which probably is getting way dangerous right now. Better point will help. My mouth hurts, so I won't be talking much. I don't think. Same old, same old. Hold on, let me get a pair of glasses because this is not going to work. Okay, we can do this now. Okay. Oh, that's better. That's better already. So again, this book is The Art of Mandala, Volume 1 by Jason Hamilton. I'm curious as to what Volume 2 looks like. I got this from thrift books too, so I didn't pay full price. It's a nice book. I'm not trying to be fancy or nothing, just enjoying myself coloring. I should time myself so I don't stay here too long. Was it 3:10? See if I can keep it at an hour. Do I company? I recognize that background. Hello
Can you,
there.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I sound okay.
Yep, you sound good.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good, and you?
Oh, well, I was good until I went out to go get to wash my car, and
Mm-hmm.
the, and it didn't start. So
Oh no.
yeah, but I knew the battery was probably going to die anyway. And then I got this little booster thing, and I can't find the thing to charge it. So I'm going to call AAA to have them charge. I mean, jump it, and then I can go find a new battery to buy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
that wasn't in the budget. I definitely wouldn't have bought those supplies I got yesterday.
Oh, poo.
So I'm okay, but now you just got to make little arrangements and stuff. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. Other than that, oh look how far you got on the mandala.
Yep. Getting there.
Hmm. I like those. Is that the same one that I'm supposed to be doing, or is that a different one?
Um, I don't know if you already did this one. It's the one that's before this one.
Okay, no, I hadn't done that one yet either. Okay, yeah.
So
So
that's a nice page you have there. I like that.
yeah, this is in my beautiful color by number book. This is probably one of the I got this thing for $7 at Barnes and Nobles. But I finished up a page I had started in here. I finished this one up. And
Cute.
then yeah, and then just this morning I started this page and I finished it. I just started this today.
Ah,
I used the Copics.
okay.
So I was going to start this one.
Are there actual numbers in the thing?
Yeah.
In the drawing? Hold on. Let me make it bigger. I want to see.
Yeah, I don't feel like deciding on colors and all that. And then I can switch the colors up, but it comes with the color coded thing. It's normally attached to
I
the
love
book.
that picture.
And
The little
so
boots. I love that picture.
thank you. I started it like 3 years ago. So I got some better markers. I just finished it. I did kind of mess up this pink, but yeah, this was fun. I used the colors that are on here, and then, like I said, this morning I picked this one to start, and
Mhm.
I just kept going, and I finished it. So they show you what the things look like. This is a whole series. They have a whole bunch of different types of books. They got some mandalas like this. That's what an example of what they're supposed to look like finish, and then that's another one. Yeah, I got it for $7, but I've seen this a lot of different places for like 15. So I'm gonna do this page, and it's supposed to look like this.
So the paper must be pretty good then if you use the markers on it.
Well, it's okay paper. The thing is, it's one sided.
Okay, that's
So
good.
Yeah, so you could just put something in between it and just keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good for markers.
Okay.
I had started this one, but I was gonna use those. Did you see how those pens came in yesterday? Those acrylic metallic.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. And I know I've been surprised sometimes when I get something from Amazon and it's just in the box of the product. There's nothing else. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that was
yeah,
the thing off one time with one thing. When I peeled the label off or whatever, it's the instructions were underneath the label. So it's like I couldn't see the instructions. I was like, this is a problem.
yeah. So I'm going to um because and even the packaging that it was in, it's kind of cheap and flimsy, but at least it was a box and I could just slide it there. So now
Hmm.
I can either try to find something to store it in, which I feel like I got cheated. I
Yeah.
might not want to try to figure something out for the storage. So I think I'm going to send it back, even though there's nothing wrong with all of them are working fine. But
Hmm.
it's just the Amazon needs to be put on notice. Y'all can't just send people stuff like this.
Yeah, it's kind of like they need to pay attention to what they send that way
Yeah.
because not everything is really good to be sent that way. I don't know.
Hmm. And the stupid thing is the Ahuhu markers that I got. They already came in a bag, their own little black bag. And
Hmm.
then that black bag was in a hoo box. But
Hmm.
then they also put it in an Amazon box. So
Hmm.
they really could have not done the hoo box. You know what I mean? So why?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
Yeah. Their
it just
choice of what to do that with was kind of weird.
it was, and they could at least put it in one of those the air bags or whatever or something. So I'm going to send those back. I actually started the process so they want me to drop it off.
Hmm.
So yeah, and I typed in the thing that I want I want it to be placed in another package. I don't want it shipped just like that.
Hmm.
So,
You know what?
but they
Kind of,
weren't damaged though. Go ahead.
yeah. You know what that kind of reminds me of? You know how like if you're dating somebody and like they used to do all this stuff for you before, and then all of a sudden it's like they're not really doing that much for you.
They don't even open the car door.
Yeah, that is like a sign that like they're getting sick of you. They're about to break up with you or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's what I feel like Amazon's doing.
Yeah. And see, that's not right. I mean, I can't help it if they send out, all them boxes and stuff like that. But and I pay Prime membership, so I need my box. So I guess they just do it like that to see if people are going to complain or something. I don't know, but I'm complaining.
Well, they're probably trying to save on packaging, but and I can understand that, but
Mhm.
yeah, somehow, and I know that's a lot to ask. They're a big company and lots of people working for them, whatever, whatever. But to decide what it's good to do that with and what it's not is, they need some analysis with that.
Now I'm going to tell you somebody replied back to me in the video that I put up, and let me read what they replied. I was like, "Well, thank you. I didn't know this. Hold on, let me find my video from yesterday." And let me go on mute. I see somebody named Linda B is live.
Who's that?
I don't know. Hold on, let me find. I think I did it on this channel. Oh, I gotta hold the music, pause the music, and then let's see. Oh, okay. Let me go to my. Hold on, let me go to my coloring channel, coloring view. And I didn't know what they sent me. I didn't know. Let me see if I can find the remark. Um. Okay, here. Let me see the remark. Hold on. She or he. I don't know if I know this person. They sent me a remark. Okay, somebody named Stella Jean 3020.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Hi, I also cannot stand Amazon's shipping. I really don't know why Amazon would think it's okay to ship a product all by itself without any packaging around it. On top of that, just to destroy the package by putting a huge label on it that will not peel off." Urgh!
Yeah. Yes.
Same thing that happened to me also. When she typed in the same thing happened to me also. uh, I cannot stand those super thin bags they ship in. I did notice a choice the last time I ordered something. When you check out, there is a box to check asking if you want your item that is already in a box, like my markers were, to be shipped in an Amazon package. If you check
Oh.
that box, yeah, if you check that box, they will put it in an Amazon package. Enjoy your nice haul.
Oh. I'll have to look for that then.
Yeah. Because you know what? I think I did see it, but I didn't think anything about it. Didn't click to me what it really meant. I thought they
Mhm.
meant for like a gift box or I don't know what I thought when I saw it, but I didn't see it just this recent. I saw it like a while ago when I was sending somebody something from Amazon.
Mhm.
So yeah, so that's good that they have that option. So I'm gonna let them know. I didn't know you had that option.
Mhm.
But I want my package again. Now normally what they tell you to do is keep it and they'll send you another one. But I think the threshold is anything under $10.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that is was $13 or $15 or something with the tax. So
Oh.
excuse me.
Let us see.
Okay, so I'm gonna start this one, and then I'll only be in here on here for a little bit. I gotta take care of this battery situation. I'm gonna call AAA and let them jump it, and then I'm going to find a battery online and then drive to it or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I love AAA.
yeah. I'm glad it happened. I'm glad because I have two vehicles, but you always have to have one that's always. Both of them need to always be ready. I don't want to ever have a junk car, but
Right.
yeah. You know what? I already feel limited in these 100 Copic I mean, on a Hoo markers I got. I already feel limited.
With 100?
Yeah, isn't that? I hate to say it. I do. Doesn't that sound mean?
Is it
So
because they don't have the color you're looking for?
yeah, I want some. Okay, they have some pretty colors. They have some really pretty colors, and this is a little bag that came in and everything. I haven't swatched them yet to really see what they look like, and that's what I need to do.
Mhm.
But I'm looking for the body of this fish. It has to be, well, there's like a plain orange, but I feel like I don't even have a choice with the oranges. I got one orange. Okay, then there's a French vermilion, but vermilion I thought was supposed to be more reddish.
I thought so too.
Okay, so then I got that. Then I got a neon orange. No, that's a neon red and a neon orange, and that's all the oranges I have. I'm like, what?
Huh.
Yeah. So I suggest if anybody buys markers, make sure you get, even if it looks like it's too many, if you can get the 320 or the 200 or the 120, get it. If you know you're gonna like it. And now I'm fine with what I have. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, oh, I want to pick some different oranges, and I'm like, oh, that's only two. Actually, it's good because I have an orange and then I have a deep orange. So this is actually perfect. Okay, so number 15. Yeah, so your colors on that are so beautiful.
Thank you. I like trying to use different ones every time, so because so everything doesn't look the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But every now and then it is good to do a color by number. Now I don't like the dots and then you color that. That's a little whole different ball game.
I like the images in that book.
Yeah, I do too. And the numbers are there. You can still see them when you color it, but it's not so intrusive, you know.
Mm.
So what did you eat?
Well, I made last I ate what I made last night, and I made this I had some chicken stock that I had in the freezer that I had taken out, and it was actually more than stock. It had meat in it. It's like I don't know. It had meat in it.
Oh.
Chicken. So it was kind of shredded.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I can work with that. So I made a pasta dish in the pan with it, and I didn't pre-cook the spaghetti. I actually cooked the spaghetti in the pan with everything else.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had a lot of parsnips from doing that off the muck box, and I'm
Mhm.
kind of liking them because
Those are good.
yeah, you can do a lot with them. They just kind of blend in with stuff, and I think they made this dish kind of sweet, which like shocked me. It's like wow, but
Hmm.
I basically put the parsnips in the food processor. So they were all like ground up small, and that they would just blend in the background or whatever. And I had leeks that I cut up. I fried the leeks in oil, and then I added garlic, sliced garlic. Um, then I added the stock from the chicken thing, the chicken stock I had frozen.
Yeah.
Then what else did I add to it? Spices, and then I added some. What did I do? Oh, then I added water and a bouillon cube, and then I put the spaghetti on top.
Ooh.
I covered it and came back to it until to see if the spaghetti was at the consistency I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And when it got to the right consistency, I kind of stirred it up, and then I added at the end I added some cream cheese. Like what is that? I think it's probably like 2 tablespoons of cream cheese, and like mixed it in with it. Yep, and it must have been good because my husband tore it up. He ate
Oh,
like
did he?
yeah, yeah. I looked down. I was like, oh, I guess he ate some because
Mm-hmm.
half the pan, almost half the pan, there was like this big chunk of the pan that was out. It's like okay, that wasn't me. He likes
Mm-hmm.
when I do those pan things though, and I just make them
Yeah,
up
I
out
do too.
of my head. It's just you know,
Mm-hmm. That's because you know how to cook.
yeah, that
And you
helps.
look and you cook with your eyes also, and you know what's going to work well together. So, yeah,
Hmm.
I do the same thing too.
So I'm kind of liking the parsnips for that hidden nutrient. You know, like no, you
Hmm.
wouldn't know it was in there unless you asked me. So.
Yeah, that's a root vegetable, right?
Mhm.
That's very good. That's healthy too.
Mhm.
I remember my grandmother made some before, and I was like, I don't want nothing to do with that. But later on, when I got older and I tried it, oh my God, they're so good. Just parsnips on their own, or they mix them with potatoes or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, they make they kind of a good mashed potato kind of thing.
Yeah.
Good like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Delicious.
Roasting them, cubing them, and roasting them tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's been my. They happened to send them to me in the off the muck box like months ago, And after that, I just kind of keep getting them because it's like, I kind of like them. They're kind of becoming a staple for me.
Yeah.
I should use that pencil.
I don't think I've ever cooked any, but I have eaten some. Probably like went to a restaurant, had some of the potatoes made with them,
Mm-hmm.
or had them in a soup or stew or something like that. But I don't believe I've ever purchased them to cook them for me. But I would. I'm not opposed to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Really? My pencil did a backflip.
Yeah, I know. One of my markers had nerve to roll, not roll, but fall behind the desk. And oh, I hate when that happens because you got to get it. Because if you don't get it right then, you'll forget that it's there, and then you'll be looking for that color or looking for your pencils, I mean marker or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to pull everything out to find the darn thing. And then I pushed the desk closer to the wall so it wouldn't be nothing could fall behind there. It's like it was just enough room for the marker to fall through.
Oh boy.
It
Hate when that happens. It's like if you tried to do that, it wouldn't happen.
would happen. Mm-mm. But see, this desk is right near this window that I open up sometimes. Remember, I had that spider out there?
Mm-hmm.
So the ants were coming in like before. I guess that's why the spider was there because the ants were there. But then I took care of all of them. I took care of
Mm-hmm.
the spider and I took care of the ant. So, but every now and then I'll see an ant, and so I don't want the ant. Like if I'm doing a video, all of a sudden the ant starts crawling across the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I pushed the table away from it, from the desk away from the window. So
Is there any plant that's outside?
yeah, there is. I probably need to have some treatment services
Is
or
it
something.
It's not peonies, is it?
It's not what is it?
Peonies?
Those big floral looking thingies?
Yeah.
No, these are shrubs, but they do
Okay.
flower. I've seen something come out of it. It was like almost like somebody had some flowers growing there, but then they took them out and put the
Mm-hmm.
shrubs in there. But every
Oh.
now and then I'll see a flower come out. I was like, where does that flower come from? And it might be one of those.
There's actually there's like a I gotta figure out what the name is of it because I haven't bought any in a while. An ant bait that's it's liquid.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
that we put that we put out, and you have to pour it into these weird kind of bulb looking things.
Mm-hmm.
Stick it in the ground, and it automatically like releases the stuff into the ground, and it's eco friendly,
Mm-hmm.
and that really takes care of the ants that we've had because sometimes we'll get those I don't know, some kind of mounding ant or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and that always takes care of them.
They're very determined, aren't they?
Yeah, I got to
I
get the
like.
that stuff.
Hmm?
I'll share that with you.
Yeah. They have a whole plan, a game plan about what they're doing. Those little worker ants,
Yep, they are organized.
and they let a chemical out. So like they send the ants out, and then when they're walking, they're leaving this trail for the whatever. And then if they do a distress call or something, the other ants can find where they are.
Mhm.
That's like, well, how you squish one ant, next thing you know, there's four. They're coming up to see what's
Yeah.
going on.
Wait a minute, man down, man down.
I think it's so fascinating.
Mm,
So I tried not to kill them, but it's an ant,
right.
so
Yeah, yeah, there's limitations.
you- Mhm. It's so funny. They'll be like, wait a minute, there was one, didn't I just kill another one? Now there's seven. Like, why are y'all here?
That's why I like to just keep them out of the house, make it that
Mhm.
way. Because once you're in the house, then I don't know, you're not gonna live here.
Right. It's something else.
So keep them out so they can live their life.
Yeah, you stay on your side of the fence. I'll stay inside of the house. Okay.
It's like I used to, yeah, I used to actually tell my dog like she could hear, but I used to tell her like about because her and one cat would always pull baby rabbits out the nest and bring them.
Oh.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I don't know how many times I was in tears over it, just crying. I tried to save a couple of them, and it didn't. Well, it almost worked one time, and then one of the other cats got on top of wherever I had the box with the rabbit in it, and it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, blue skies.
Hey, Blue Skies. Blue Sky says she got some new books or new something she says she got.
Ooh.
She wanted to show me the other day, but then I think I was over on the other side being ratchet.
There's been a lot of opportunity for that lately.
I had to at some point, then I took the videos down and went on coming over here, minding my business. I'm in witness protection again.
Oh, she said, "View, maybe I'm texting wrong number. Sent you text Friday."
Yeah, that's I got a text Friday from you. Yeah, and then she said she had you had got a new box or some new supplies or something because I wanted to see if she wanted to meet up for in April because well March is halfway over, but
Sure is.
there's a Blix there. There's a Blix in Baltimore. Did you see my message with that on there? Blue Skies. I think I replied to your text. I thought I did. Okay, she said okay. Yeah. Oh, she got two new coloring books.
Ooh.
And so you still don't do videos or come up yet? Have you? She said yes. Okay, yes. Which one? Yeah. I want to see her books. I
I know, right? I
was
wanted to.
trying to get her to come on camera.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Angle the camera down. Huh?
No, I was just saying, blue skies, you're welcome to come up if you'd like to.
Yeah. She's beautiful too. So I don't know if said she was going to this year. She told me she didn't say when. She said she was getting herself set up to start a channel and all that. So I didn't know if you had yourself set up. This is a perfect place to come and show your new. She said she can come up one day next week. Okay. All
Oh,
right. We're going to hold you to it.
well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna force anybody.
Well, I ain't going to know. Okay. I'm going to hold you to it.
I deal with you though.
Look, she pointing at me. Oh,
I know how it is. It took a long time for I don't know when I just all of a sudden did it. I don't know why.
yeah, you did. And because I was like, you do what? I said, what? Was like, is that Linda B? Because I couldn't figure out if it was the same Linda B that's in the chats. And I was like, no, I know that ain't her.
Because I wasn't.
Yeah, we're doing orange over here.
Yep.
That was so funny.
Yeah, it's probably not good to do orange on St. Patrick's Day, but well, whatever.
Oh, I forgot it was St. Patty's Day.
Because I think there's something like with their whole political thing. The Duke of Orange or somebody of Orange who really didn't like the Irish or something like that.
Oh,
Uh,
goodness.
but
We over here doing some blasphemous
yeah,
stuff.
I'm not anti-Irish.
No, me either.
I have Scotch Irish in my family, so specifically called Scotch Irish, and I don't even know what the thing is with that. I don't know about that either, but I'm okay with the Irish.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. It's just a mandala. It's not for posterity. So I was thinking of a prompt for me for this week for my sketchbook, and I was thinking of doing a prompt that goes something like if you were going to create a cartoon character, what would it look like? And then just I don't know, not even try, just try to draw a bunch of cartoon characters basically, no matter what they look like. Not
That's
don't
an interesting prompt.
Yeah, don't even think about it, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this pencil isn't working on here like it did. It's like weird. They didn't use Blix on this. Back. Okay, let's sit back for a little bit because I want to find a good turquoise. I don't know how hard I'll have to look for it. Let's see. Actually, the one I want is this one. Pizza one. Oh, I did it. Uh oh. I think there's room on my desk for it. What's that one? Mm, kind of. I want to do metallic. What's this one? Not bad. Is that Crayola? Nope. This looks like Crayola. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I go out, I'll drop it off at the return store, or either do it tomorrow. I don't know which one. Staples does returns also for Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want the box. I mean, I want what it came with. I don't want that because I don't want to decide where I want to store it at.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ooh, here. Okay. So where are we going with this?
I'm not even thinking about swatching 100 markers. It's like, okay, now you got it. Now you got to swatch it.
No.
You don't have to.
Exactly. That's why I said no.
You do not have to.
Nobody's gonna make me.
Right.
Nobody's gonna make me swatch anything.
But I can tell you now the colors do look different for sure from the top of the thing. But they can never really, it's very rarely do colors match anyway.
Yeah.
because you have to take in consideration the plastic and all that. Those they didn't very rarely match. So, oops, I didn't mean to go over there. But yeah, so I'm okay with not having a swatch sheet for this. Not unless one day I just get really bored. But I don't feel it just yet.
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll just like do it as I use it because
Yeah, I was thinking about that, doing it as I use it.
unless I'm curious as to how all the colors look, if that ever happened to me, then I
Hmm.
then I'd swatch them all. But I don't know. Never say never. But
Yeah.
it's not my natural inclination. Whew. I couldn't handle another thing on this desk, but I managed it somehow. Oh.
And yes, Linda is providing us with ASMR.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes.
Sorry.
No, it sounds good. I like noises like that.
I'm just gonna do this because I don't care.
I found a couple of good ASMR video stations that I was looking for the other day. I mean, last night while I was coloring.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just do everything, like closing of the door or walking with high heels on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
The sound of somebody just cooking. You don't know what they're cooking. The screen is black, but you just hear them cooking.
Oh wow.
It's kind of interesting because you're imagining it, what's going on.
Some of that might be good to go to sleep to.
Hmm. That's why I was looking for something good for the sleepy time. Because these true crime shows I keep falling asleep with, I have some wild dreams. I was throwing away wallets in the ocean. And then I had a wild one last night. It involved, oh, some YouTube person. I don't even know who it was. Oh my God, it was just really crazy. So I was like, I can't have this on while I go to sleep. I gotta find something.
Yeah, something calmer.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would give me nightmares probably if I listened to that kind
Yeah,
of
and then you wake up all angry and stuff, or not well rested.
wake up fight.
Yeah. I woke up trying to find where my wallet was. I was like, and I was mad because, it's like, why did I? And I could almost catch, I threw away 6 wallets in the ocean.
Mm-mm.
Yep. I don't know why. I don't even know what. I think somebody had died, or the husband had cut the wife up into bags and threw her in the ocean and stuff.
Oh dear.
Oh, they drove around in different locations. Him and his new girlfriend had cut the wife up and cut her up into like 20 pieces and put and drove around the whole city within 3 hours away and just dropped off pieces in the trash can, this and that. So while they were talking about the story and going through the court thing, they showed on the videotape, any place that had cameras where they found they located them.
Mm-hmm.
It was a trip, you know. It was very detailed. Those true crime stories are really interesting, but I don't need to be watching them when I go to sleep.
You know what I wonder? When
Right.
somebody does something like that with somebody that they're romantically involved with, like how do they know that that person isn't going
Right.
to turn around and do that to them?
Right.
Like, you feel safe after that?
I know. And get this, he had 5 kids with the wife that he married. And then he got sick of her. So then he cut her up, killed her and cut her up. And then the new girlfriend, she helped him, like I said, do all that. So while they were on trial, he ended up hanging himself before he got sentenced. And then the girlfriend, she ended up serving, whatever time as an accomplice. And
Wow.
so you got these 5 kids who don't have a dad or a mother, you
Wow.
know.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, but he was from one of those countries where they do beheadings and all that kind of wild stuff.
Mm.
They had a lot of money, but
Wow.
I don't know what it was with them.
Well, money definitely doesn't buy you security or love, I guess. Well, I know, but, but Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Mm. I wish this were a different blue. I
Mm-hmm.
know I have a different blue in my other set though. I just don't feel like getting it out. So
Yeah.
later.
Well, I'm gonna go deal with my car situation, and I'll come back later tonight to color. But I just wanted to jump on real quick while you were on.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and I will see you in the chat. I'll talk to you later.
Bye bye.
Bye.
It's my turquoise. Um, what's this orange? Starting to wonder. I think I may have used Starjoy Gold on that orange. But see, now that I did that, now I can't really do a whole lot. What's it doing here? Hmm, what color am I going to do in there? And I didn't put that. Oops. Trash. Ooh, it's so big. It's so big. What happened with that? Looks straight. Okay. Aquaman. Oh, this is a mirror? Is this a mirror? Is this mirror? Yeah. That's okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do this part. I meant to do this to finish these. Oh well. Realize this. The keyboard light is on. Leave that on. Oh, I finished them all. And now I get this. Oops. I really can't see any other color to make it anyway, so let's just keep going. I could. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was actually thinking like Walmart. Remember when Kmart used to have an automotive and tires? Sears. Sears Automotive, that was like a huge thing, actually. When they used to have their automotive department. Yeah, that was huge. And repair too. I remember my first air conditioner I got from Sears, and their service thing that came with their appliances was always good. Used to be. So if you got a Kenmore, you always knew like you were, You were good to go. Those days are gone. I hope I'm not getting any ink on my hand. Got some sparkles. I suppose I could turn. Oh, that's scary. Looking at it that close. Anyway, there's the sparkles. I probably should turn the book around so I don't like transfer too much. Hmm. The weather today, it's cold. Um, like a little colder than it has been, but the sun's shining, sky's blue. It's pretty nice out. We're talking like a little bit of snow overnight. I don't know if we're gonna get it, or I don't know if it's gonna be anything that really sticks. They just said like maybe 1 to 2 inches, which is nothing. So unless we get some kind of blowout storm between now and, ugh, I hate to say May, but up here where I am, yeah, May is possible. Um, Not usual, but it's possible. Um, so as long as we don't get anything huge, or even if we did get anything huge between now and then, it still has been a mild winter. I'm actually kind of thankful for it because of some things we're dealing with here with our puppy. Or not puppy, he's a dog, but we call him puppy. Um, yeah, and that didn't happen when I lived west of here. West, and I guess is it a little bit? No, it's just west of here. Um, but I guess we're just at this certain position with the lake that, yeah, the weather, mm-mm. It takes a while to get, just like with lilacs in the city that I'm from. There's ours start blooming here like 3 weeks after theirs do. I think it's about 3 weeks. So there's definitely a temperature difference, a slight climate difference. And we got snow in May once, and I was like, why do I live here? Because I'd seen snowstorms in April, but I never saw snow in May upstate. So like I was like, uh. But hopefully that won't happen this year. And I don't know. I kind of don't think it will because I don't know this because again this winter has been so mild. I think the tendency is just to be mild, basically. Because even when we got the snow, I think it was um, last week or week before, it didn't stay. I think it was last week. Yeah, it didn't stay. Then it switched back up and went, but the temperature went up to the 50s and 60s. So it was like, okay, it can't really make up its mind. I don't know if this is like a La Nina pattern or not. I can't remember. I heard somebody saying something about every 5 years we get a pattern of mild winters, and then the next 5 years a pattern of um, harsher winters. But I didn't really look to verify if that was true. Oh, the cherry blossoms. That's what you doesn't like, or her body doesn't like them. Allergy. My daffodils, or what do you call them, jonquils, are coming up. Not bloomed yet, but they're coming up. And they're like almost all the way out the ground, so they'll probably be blooming soon. So I'm trying to um, get rid of my seed stash, flower seeds. Trying to get rid of it and like dump it all out into the ground um, before things really start, popping. With start warming up and it starts getting rainy. I want to kind of get them in the ground, and I kind of not that I have the energy for it, but I got to build up to it. I want to go and kind of dig up some reseeded perennials that are not really perennials I want to have that much of. I have some that really took over the garden beds and they kind of like take up too much root space and stuff. So I want to go and dig some of those up first before we start getting any real rain so that the seeds that I dropped will have like half a chance. Oh, I'm not really, it's kind of weird, but I'm not really expecting any of these seeds that I dump to sprout. I'm just going to consider it a nice little treat if one does, or if some of them do. Some of them might surprise me by doing that not this season, but next growing season, and I don't mind that either. Um, like I said, they're old seeds, and I don't have time to treat them right to try and make them germinate. And even then, after doing that, even if you do all that, they still may not germinate. I don't have time for all that, and they're just old, and I just want to give them back to the ground. So, but I'm giving them back to the ground in a somewhat orderly manner because I'm dumping them where I would want them to be if they did germinate. So I just have bonded with them, I think, too much that I can't um, just put them anywhere, and I can't just throw them in the trash. I can't do that. Oh, I can't. I don't know. I learned to garden when I moved out here. It was like it was like the land was calling me and saying, this is what you have to do. So me having always been a Miss Priss, suddenly digging in the dirt was a weird thing. When people heard about it that knew me, they were like, "Huh? You?" I was like, "Yep, I don't know what happened. The land was calling me. That's all I can say. It was calling me." And I found out that the woman who used to live here actually was a big gardener. I was like, "Hmm, that's interesting." I actually put in garden beds myself. I was picking up huge rocks and moving them around to clear for a garden bed. I was doing some insane stuff. My in laws thought I was crazy. They were amused. And then they were like, when I had all those flowers coming up, they were like, wow. I was like, and I said the same thing. Wow. I can't believe I did that. Um, yeah, it was like I was possessed, child. That's the only thing I can think of. The land was calling me and saying, I need this stuff in me. And then to see like the butterflies and the bees and everything coming around, I started not being so afraid of bugs, which is a miracle. But I needed my cats out there with me for protection. They kind of helped me be okay with being outside because I've always been afraid of bugs too. That's the other thing that was like people were freaked out that couldn't believe that I was actually gardening. Now, if there had been no internet, I might not have been gardening for one, because then I couldn't run inside and find out what bug that was I just saw outside and whether it bites or not. Because that's one thing I kept doing, going on the website for wherever and finding out, like, the bug looks like this. Does it bite? What does it do? Yeah, so at some point I need to make like a few days to go outside and do some heavy duty digging up of um, unwanted perennial reseeds or whatever. So, wow, nothing beats when I saw that garden locust, though. Blue skies, I'm telling you, one day, I think I told this story before. The garden locust, if you um, Google that image, there was one in our house. And I was like, what the hell is that? I'm like, I thought I was going to die. I really did. I thought I was going to die. And screamed. My husband was in the shower, and I screamed out his name. I says, "You have to get down here!" And I told him, "If you don't get this out of the house, I'm going to sleep at a hotel. I'm just getting in my car right now. I'm booking a hotel, and I'm sleeping there. I'm not coming back until you tell me this thing is gone." It's beautiful, but it's terrifying looking. And you put the word locust at the end of it, and you automatically think you're going to die. Mm-mm. Then another time we saw a spider, and I can't remember the name of it. Some kind of garden spider. That thing was huge. It was black and yellow, and it was beautiful, but it was huge. It was at the back of our garbage can, and of course I saw it when I was getting ready to, put the garbage out, and I dropped the garbage and like ran. This is like, and the thing was so beautiful, and then I found out what it was, and I thought, well, what made it come out? Because I think it normally is like it's normally stays in a certain habitat, like in the woods or the forest or whatever. So I was wondering, like, what made it come out here, and what makes it want to be like by the garbage can, behind the garbage can. Like, that doesn't, I don't see anything happening here that it would really like get a lot to eat or anything. So I was surprised by that. So then I was kind of protective of it, and I would only put the garbage in the other garbage can, um, rather than that one. And but somehow something happened, and somebody wound up putting that garbage can out for the men. And so I just was hoping that the spider got away before then, because it really had like set up house behind that one garbage can. It was beautiful, but it was like, I was like, oh my god, that thing is terrifying looking. Yeah, I hope I don't see any of them wolf spider things. No, I don't know if they're up this far or not, but I don't want to see one. That's why, in a way, when this is why now, like both my mother and my grandmother, her mother, were really super afraid of snakes. And that's, I know that that's from being down south, growing up down south, being down south, from picking cotton, literally picking tobacco and cotton and things like that in the fields. Yeah, when suddenly you're reaching down, and then some kind of, snake meets you, which, like, actually, like, yeah, that's one reason why I won't grow anything where I can't really, where I don't know, I have to be able to see what's around. I don't know, whatever I grow in the ground. So I don't like things bunched close together. I don't like growing like string beans, because I don't want to have to do any fine tune picking, because I don't want to be surprised by anything. But anyway, yeah. So my grandmother and mother were really afraid of snakes, and but I kind of up here. Well, first of all, I live up north, In the yard, the chances of seeing a venomous snake, I think, are pretty slim up here. We have water snakes that are really mean, and that do bite. I don't know if they're venomous or not. They might be slightly, but like I don't go into water up here, so I don't have that problem. Um, so I just see garden snakes, and I know what they look like. So I kind of actually welcome them because they eat bugs. so so I don't mind. So I kind of have a different relationship with snakes than my mother and my grandmother. But I know if I was down south, first of all, I'd be afraid of everything. Even when I was in Houston, it was okay. I mean, I didn't live in Houston, but when I visited there, I love Houston. But when the friend that we were staying with told me that, that yeah, you need to knock out your shoes in the morning just to make sure there's no scorpions in it. I said, I won't say what I said. I'm gonna try not to swear on this stream, but that changed my whole opinion of everything. Okay, like I don't know if I could grow up like that every day. I don't know if I could do that because scorpions to me that's no joke. No, that's not something I want to experience. Oh, good lord, scorpion! My goodness, no, thank you. Yeah, that's the reason I live up north. I want the bugs to die, be dead, or hidden, underground and in deep places where they don't come out for at least a certain part of the year. I need that. No flies for a certain part of the year. I need that. Flies are nasty, nasty. I always ask God, why do we have flies? Like if Adam and Eve didn't eat the apple, would we still have flies? Oh. I mean, and then you hear of some of the things they do, like, and it's still gross. But yeah, if Adam and Eve didn't fall, would we still have flies? I'm ready for life without flies, personally. If it doesn't mess up the equilibrium of the universe. And then I used to grow dahlias, which I still will, hopefully, someday. I kind of stopped, yeah. I kind of stopped growing dahlias because there was a friend of the family who always loved coming over to see my dahlias, and he died in a tragic way. And so I kind of, after he passed, it's like I kind of didn't want to do them anymore. Um, I know I'm emotional, but I didn't because it was just like it was somebody that you wouldn't think would really like be into flowers. But he was so amazed by the dahlias and how big they were and the colors and stuff that he would come over just to look at them. Bless his heart. I kind of like that being like lighter. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna try to leave it like that. Wow, we did a lot. And I talked when I said I wasn't going to, which is good practice for tomorrow. I'm almost wondering if I should use this blue or this green. Like this green is probably really green. Yeah, that's really green. I love turquoise. Yeah, I'm thinking I want to sparkle in there, but I don't know what color. And before I go, I want a little more. I don't know what it. It's weird what I did with this, but oh well. Yeah, so that's I think that's gonna be my sketching prompt for the week is if or at least for a couple days, if you create a cartoon character, create several, basically. I don't want to stay with the same one. I just want to create a bunch of them. A bunch of them as different as possible from each other. And then if I go back and see that I like any of them, maybe I'll keep making more like the one. But for now, I just want to just explore. And not because I have any intent of making a cartoon character, but just because it's on the sketch. And it's relatively simple. Simple. Um, as far as line is concerned. Cartoon characters usually don't have a lot of lines. It's a very simple drawing. This is back to work week, and I want simple. So I need something I don't have to think too hard about because I'm gonna have to think a whole lot this week. Oh, maybe that is fixing that weirdness. See, Starjoy golds are good for something. You can tell them I said that. Oops, I just went over the line. That was her payback. Huh. I hope somebody fun is going to come on in the coloring community later today so I can watch and listen while I work. I hope. My notifications are so screwy on things that um, I don't know how to fix that. Because sometimes people will be live and I don't catch them. I don't know if I want that white sew in there or not. Kind of like it. Um, I've been watching and I have to shoot. I have to remember her name. Something like I don't know, Miss something Spondy or something like that. She's French, I guess, or she speaks French. Or it seems like French is her, her language. I've been watching her lives just to kind of not just to see her coloring, she's coloring in a book that I like the illustrations of. And then also to like watch them chat in French and to hear her speaking French and just to kind of, I don't know, maybe get something by osmosis. Um, I've been trying to learn French for a long time, but I don't stay at it. So, ooh, look what happened. And I have some bleed through, I guess. That's from the first time. Yeah, because that's that. That's this little ring. The ring does mean a thing. Guess we're gonna have to protect this one behind it. Paper. Okay, so that's it for me for this afternoon. And hope to catch you around on YouTube and some other coloring channel chats. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Bye bye.